Reliable sources inside the police command of the Archipelago Department confirmed to Teleislas News the capture of 2 citizens during an operation carried out at noon in the downtown area of San Andres. According to the version given to this news agency, the operation carried out by members of the Sihin concluded with 1 person captured and a minor apprehended, who have been placed at the disposal of the competent authorities. According to preliminary information gathered by Teleislas News, this was an operation that had been underway for some time by the authorities. At the closing of this broadcast, there has been no official statement regarding the identity of the captured or the apprehended minor, nor has the crime allegedly committed been disclosed. Teleislas News remains attentive to the version that is expected to be delivered by the authorities in the coming hours.
The Secretariat of Tourism adjusts details for the participation in the Anato Tourism Fair.
From February 23rd through the 25th, the most important tourism fair in the country, Anato, will be held. Therefore, the Secretariat of Tourism is adjusting details for its participation as a destination. The head of the portfolio, Jonathan Taylor, hopes to promote the department and attract large investors.
Currently, this secretariat is leading the process so that we can attend again as a department to the most important national fairs such as the Anato Tourism Showcase in its 41st version this year. And in this, we hope to bring actors of the tourism sector guild, so that each one puts its part, and through the departmental administration, we can continue to promote our destination.
The Secretary of Tourism added that they have defined a large part of the stand and expect the support of the Guild to make this a good participation of the department.
We have already made progress on a large part of our participation this year.
And in order to prevent vector-borne diseases to inhabitants of the islands, the Health Secretariat announced measures at home before the spring and the schedule.
Due to the increase in the proliferation of the Aedes aegypti mosquito vector transmitter of diseases such as dengue, Zika, and chikungunya, the departmental government informs the community the schedule of fumigation taking into account the increase in cases of dengue at the departmental level. And in order to obtain a greater effect of the insecticide inside the house, it is recommended to open windows, doors, and pick up the curtains, allowing the chemical to enter the interior of the home. Therefore, it is recommended to take into account the following recommendations. 1. It is necessary to cover food and beverages. 2. Before the vehicle enters your area or neighborhood, collect the clothesline. 3. Keep in mind the dates and places of fumigation according to the schedule in order to keep the streets clear and facilitate the entry of the truck with the fumigation machine. In homes where there are people who may be susceptible to allergic reactions to chemicals or consider that the fumigation may irritate them, they should take precautions and keep the area closed to avoid being exposed. The following is the schedule for general awareness. Bite, Sagrada Familia, 5 de noviembre. La Paz, Altos del Bite, February 2nd, 2022, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. 2. Gaviota Simpson Well, Los Corrales, February 3rd, 2022, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. 3. Cliff, Januel, Cundinamarca Avenue, Black Dog, Santana, Cocal, Cartagena Alegre, Swamp Ground, February 4th, 2022, 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. It should be noted that the effectiveness of the fumigation will depend on the actions to be taken by the community, such as covering tanks, collecting waste, clearing weeds and cleaning yards or gardens to eliminate possible breeding sites, bottles, lids, tires, unused tanks, etc.
2021 was a year with a high rate of road accidents in the department. To reduce these rates, the Secretariat of Mobility will intervene 10 sites on the island, which according to the most recent study of this entity, they are classified as risky. To discuss this issue is the head of the portfolio of mobility, Luis Torres James. Welcome to Teleislas News. Secretary, what is the intervention in these critical points?
Estamos atendiendo 10.
We are addressing 10 critical points of road accidents in the department, which will be intervened with vertical and horizontal signaling works. We will intervene in the road infrastructure. We will intervene with sidewalks and speed bumps with the points already identified.
Secretary, as you tell us, there seems to be already a work plan drawn up for the works. If so, when will the islanders be able to see the beginning of these works? Do you have a defined date?
At this moment, we are in the stage of approval of the designs, which were socialized in different work tables. It seems to us very fair according to the needs of the department. We believe that as of March, we could start to agree on the start date to open these works in the department.
In addition to this intervention at these critical points, will your portfolio implement a road safety education strategy in Creole and Spanish? Give us more details.
This is a strategic road education plan for the entire community. We are taking into account the ethnic population, which are the Rizal people. It is only department that has this pedagogical material, which will use strategically with the Secretariat of Education, and we will look at how we are going to get all this material to both private and public educational institutions. We are also going to use it strategically in different recreational and pedagogical activities by the disciplinary group that we have in the Mobility Secretariat so that we can impact the different road actors.
We thank the Secretary of Mobility, Luis Torres James, who was with us responding to the issues that the community wants to know. And in other news, the departmental government invites agricultural producers and artisanal fishermen to register until February 4th at the Banco Dos.
The Secretariat of Agriculture and Fisheries, Randy Rodolfo Manuel Henry, reminds agricultural producers and artisanal fishermen that Banco 2, a program of payment for environmental services of the Corporation for the Sustainable Management of Forests that encourages the conservation of forests, water resources, and biodiversity in Columbia regions, is still open until February 4th, 2022.
We're extending this moment to agriculture and fishermen. Why are we doing this? This is our strategy of our developed plan. And this strategy is to look out for our agriculture, showing a campaign that we doing a campaign with Mas Bosques and the agriculture, the Secretary of Agriculture and the administration to represent us to planting. We know that Iota, ETA had devastated plenty of our fruit trees. So we're looking this effort to our own agriculture and our own fishermen do this effort in our island.
The Secretary informs that this will not be a subsidy but a payment for their services.
We have done not a subsidy, we have do something ambiental. We're looking for a pay that will be ambiental paying, not a subsidy. If we subside, really is not to give out something from the administration, is to develop our work and we will pay for that service.
It should be noted that you must belong to an association. If not, you must submit an affidavit by virtue of your function as an independent fisherman. Interested parties may register at the offices of the Secretariat of Culture and Fisheries. In Old Providence, they may go to the Secretariat of Agriculture located in the Municipal Major's office.
And now we share details of a call for technologists to join the National Navy.
In this opportunity, the Navy announced that islanders with some technological careers will be able to join and just serve in this institution.
At this moment, we want to provide this information to all young people of the archipelago, that the National Navy has opened a call for those young people who have a technological career in archiving, audiovisuals, cooking, forensics, graphic design, education and sports, electromedicine, speech and radio production, music, radiology, and finally, we have topography and information. All these careers will be open to young people of the archipelago who are 16 to 25 years old and will be open until February the 11th.
Therefore, young technologists will be able to access the SCAL and start their studies in the Colombian Navy. Additionally, young people who want to access any of these technological courses in the SENA, thanks to an agreement with the Navy, they will not have to pay any registration fees.
Les recuerdo que esto es un proceso de incorporación.
This is an incorporation process for those young people. The Navy opened this SCAL for graduates of the SENA or any other technological center to continue with us and have a live project in the Navy. It is a selection process that takes 3 to 5 months, and the young people who meet the requirements are admitted to the NCO school to begin their training process for the seaman in the Navy.
Interested person can call 344-11-5126 or go to the office located in the Old SIP facilities in San Luis, next to the Marasul Hotel. There they will find the necessary staff to advise them throughout the process of incorporation.
And at this time, we will present the indicators of the COVID-19 situation in the department.
As of today, the 2nd of February, the Ministry of Health reported 80 new cases of COVID-19, which means that the island reached 9,995 cases since the beginning of the pandemic. According to data from the local health secretariat, there are 86 active cases in the department, 9,649 recovered, 153 deaths, and the ICU occupancy is at 12%.
Now we continue with Millicent O'Neill and all the news of the municipality of Old Providence and Santa Catalina.
Good evening to all our viewers. This is the most relevant information from Old Providence and Catalina. Yesterday, the Municipal Council for Risk Management was making visits to some sectors where there are houses in risk areas in order to be able to endorse where it will be possible to rebuild and where not.
Some homes in Phantom Beach, Comsey, Rocky Point and Batham House are waiting for a concept by the Municipal Council for Risk Management, which would define whether or not the reconstruction of their homes would be in the same place. Yesterday, the council visited these areas, of which Phantom Beach was the first.
We are reviewing options to be able to give these people back their homes in the same sector. These people have lived all their lives in the Phantom Beach sector. There they have their roots. There they have their families. So we are looking with FINDETER, the unit and the Municipal Council of Risk, the technical legal opinions that allow us to build there.
Las opciones. As for the other sectors visited, the Municipal Risk Council decides whether or not these houses should be relocated according to the mayor.
This week, no later than Thursday, Friday, the Municipal Council will be sending an official letter to FINDETER to the management of the unit with all these cases and decisions that were made. We were also visiting a lot that the mayor's office acquired with about 2,400 square meters in the sector of Rocky Point, where the possibility of relocating there about 7-8 houses is being studied.
In the next few days, it will be clear which families will possibly be relocated to the section of Rocky Point.
And yesterday, the ordinary sessions of the Municipal Council began with the inauguration of Adita Borja Green as the new president of the council.
With the inauguration of the new president of the council, the ordinary sessions of the Municipal Council for the year 2022 began. The new leader of the legislative body will seek to work with the mayor and that the community be aware of the projects that come to that corporation that exercises political control over the municipal administration.
The principle is to make the community know about each project come to the Consejo Municipal. The idea is sometimes they talk on the road and say, well, no, they have a certain amount of project coming to the council. But the principal item is to make the community know, say, well, what we're going to be doing in benefit of them.
On the other hand, the mayor spoke about some of the projects that could be studied in this corporation this year.
There are large-scale works of great importance for the community that we have to finish this year, like the Hunin School, the Bridge of the Lovers, and the Municipal Pier. And there are other works that also have to begin this year, such as the Malecon, the CDI, the Senior Center, the Municipal Building, and the Animal Slaughter Center.
The president of the council announced that she will promote the use of the council's official webpage and will be inviting sector by sector, explaining the importance of the projects.
This is all the information we have for tonight for this section of Old Providence and Catalina. You guys can continue in San Andres with more Teleislas news. Good night.
Thank you, Millian. With news from the municipality of Old Providence, we reach to the end of our broadcast. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. with more Teleislas news. Good night.